2 microphones,
2 Amandas,
and some seriously entertaining tales. I'm Amanda Wedekamp.
and I'm Amanda Stanzione.
We know stories connect us all.
And we realized we have a mountain of stories to share. So buckle up,
And brace yourself for a wild ride.
because we've got a lot to say and probably too much to share.
Amanda, we're titling this Our Big Break. This is a dual episode where we both share a story of something we did together. And my question to you is, have you ever been on television?
I have a few times, but it was to be on the news, like the local news, not even anything exciting.
And you were being interviewed for the news.
Right. I was being interviewed for the news, not very exciting, and I didn't look my best. So nothing that I'd want to put out there to say, look at me, I was on television.
Yes.
So no. What about you?
I totally get that. Yes, actually, there are a few instances. So when I was 12 years old, there was a movie being filmed in Indiana called 8 Men Out.
Okay.
It was in the fall. They were casting for extras, and my mom submitted herself and myself, and we went and we spent the entire day at Busch Stadium in Indianapolis being part of the fandom audience of a baseball game.
And I love that your mom, you didn't even have to ask. Your mom just thought, well, I'm putting us in this.
Yes, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, it felt like.
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime
Yes.
to be in a movie.
Yes.
And John Cusack was in it.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, I love him too. So that was super fun. Then when we lived in Chicago, Jim's office was downtown, and he would tell me all the time, oh, Chicago Fire is filming, Chicago PD, Chicago Med. They were filming outside the office.
Oh, very cool.
I found out there was this whole community of extras.
Oh, people who just regularly were kind of in the back. I mean, they were extras on multiple shows.
Yes.
There's a whole,
It was a
market
whole
for
community,
it.
a whole market. I joined one of the Facebook communities, and, you fill out information for these casting agencies. There was an opportunity to be on the Steve Harvey talk show.
Did you get chosen for that?
I did.
Yay.
So in the Steve Harvey talk show, he had done a segment called something like The Millionaire Mom or Who's the Millionaire, something like that.
Yeah.
There were 3 people that were chosen. One was the millionaire, and then the 2 other people were sort of the plants of, let's see if we can fool them.
Okay.
I was one of the ones who I'm trying to fool people,
Okay.
convincing them that I'm a millionaire.
How did you do?
I think I did pretty well. I had a whole script I had to follow. I had my own dressing room.
What?
Yep. When I got there, it said my name on the placard.
No.
They did my hair and my makeup.
Okay, this is so
Oh,
exciting.
it was really fun.
This is
But it
great.
was also kind of a really long day, and I was by myself in the dressing room
Yeah.
just watching the show.
Oh, that is, kind of
You know,
boring.
it was
but
a
at the
little
same
boring.
time, you had your own dressing room
Yes!
and you were on a show.
Came out, and, I do have the YouTube link if anybody wants to see it.
I want to see it.
And the woman who was the millionaire, of course, she was the star. So then, we're just
Was she
escorted off
actually
stage.
a millionaire, or was it just that
I
she
think
was?
her business.
Okay, so
was-
she was really though, like it wasn't. We're gonna play a game and she's gonna be the millionaire.
No, she truly
she really
was a millionaire. She had come up with this concept for children's clothing. Wild.
Way more fun than being on the local news. Way more fun.
So Amanda and I, had an opportunity to have our potential big break. We keep joking about this because, of course, it's not truly a big break. But we got a text from our friend Christy.
And I'm going to read it word for word here, just so that we have it correct. Anyone looking to add to their fun resume? A friend of mine from Tuscaloosa, who owns a video production company, is coming to Atlanta to shoot for a day and is casting a few roles. He asked if I knew anyone who would want to be in it. I need to find out what the shoot is actually for. Here are the details I do know. And then she goes on, to give us the date and location.
Yes, and we were then told we will be filming B-roll, which is basically background information, background video of us walking into the credit union, talking to bank tellers, pretending
to use the ATM.
Yes, and none of it was going to be scripted, and we weren't using our voice at all.
Right.
So that actually made me feel a lot better because I don't feel like I'm an actress. I'm just who I am.
Right.
And I can repeat lines, but if you want me to be an angry person, like that's hard. I'm not a great
but
actress.
But you can look like someone who's going to talk to a teller at a credit union.
Absolutely, especially with no lines.
And I know how to type into an ATM.
Yes.
Quick cash.
So here's what they were casting. A young couple, an older woman, a middle-aged man, and a mom with a kid. So we get this text around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and my immediate thought is, oh, I so want to do this. I cannot wait. But I also don't want to look weird to my friends, so I didn't respond.
Is that really what you were thinking?
Yes.
You were just like you don't know us well enough that you couldn't be like, yeah, I want to do it.
I know, but I just thought some people, my husband potentially, would be like, you're going to drive an hour away, spend all day there from 10:30 to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Drive an hour plus home.
Yeah.
For $150, honey? What are you thinking? And I'm thinking this would be so fun.
Right. It'd be so fun. Not because it makes financial sense. Right.
I know. But I'm always cognizant of people thinking, oh my gosh, what is she doing? This is so not worth it.
See, that's funny because I didn't see the text right away, which is why I didn't respond. But I think as soon as I saw it, I was like, let's do it. I was like, I'm in.
Amanda responds and I'm like, oh, good. Okay, I'm going to do it too. I really wanted to do it. But then when you said you wanted to do it, I immediately jumped on it. So I definitely just have some insecurities about that.
And when I responded, I was like, I can fit the older woman part.
Right.
If what they mean is mid-40s.
And I said, well, how about if I submit for the older woman, because I am older than you.
Barely.
Plus I look older than you. And I also said, you could submit to be the mom with the kid. And then Christy's like, and Juniper, her daughter, Christy's daughter, could play your kid.
Yes, and we love Juniper. So I was like, absolutely. She's 10 years old. She is precious. I was like, yes, sign us up. We want to do it.
And then I say, well, I'll just link my IMDb page.
And I honestly, knowing you, I'm like, I don't know, maybe she does have an IMDb page. So I say in the group text, I'm like, do you really have one? I was serious when I said that.
I died because I was like, this is so funny to
You're
me.
like, no.
I was like, no chance. I don't have one.
But you could have pulled it off because even being as close to you as I am, I'm like, I don't know, maybe she does.
Right, maybe she does. I was in 8 Men Out and on Steve Harvey.
That's true. Well, and you were on The Price is Right.
Oh, that is true as well. Christy mentions to Juniper, hey, do you want to be in a commercial? And Amanda Stanzione can play your mom. Juniper is immediately excited. Yes. And her first question was, okay, what will I wear?
And you know what's crazy too is Christy said, should I be worried that she wasn't even concerned that I'm not going to be the one playing her mom? Like she was like, great. What am I going to wear?
Right. What do I wear?
Yeah. Not, well, Mom, are you going to be my mom? No. She's like, whatever.
I emailed the producer, tell him my availability, explain that I had done some extra work when we lived in Chicago. He immediately responded back that I was in, sends me the details, confirms my availability.
And I also send in my information, cute pictures of me, cute pictures of Juniper. There were even a couple of pictures of Juniper and I together. Send all those in. And I get like, okay, thanks for submitting. And basically puts me on hold. And I'm like, what? And not like I'm so gorgeous, but I thought, I've got a kid. And most importantly, it's Christy's daughter. Christy is the one that asked us, and she knows this guy. So I'm like, dude,
right.
Like you even know this kid I'm submitting pictures of.
Yes.
And so I thought, honestly, my first thought was, oh my gosh, if I don't get chosen for this, I'm going to let Juniper down. We're just going to have to be like, sorry, your on-screen mom's not pretty enough. She just didn't, your on-screen mom she didn't get it, kid. So you know what? You're out of luck.
And Amanda goes in the group chat and she's like, okay, you're cast immediately. Meanwhile, I'm put on hold. And I'm like, well, I think old women are hard to find. I'm then thinking, ooh, this is going to be now a super long, boring day. What turned from, oh my gosh, this could be Amanda Stanzione, Juniper, and myself. We're going to have so much fun. Plus, we'll have podcast content.
Yes.
To, oh, now I'm just going to be at this shoot with all these fake bank tellers.
And Amanda's not hot enough to have played a mom.
I never thought that.
Well, in B-roll for a credit union, I guess I'm just not going to make it.
So we were both cast.
Yes, he did get back to me and said, okay, actually, you know what? He got back to me, but you were the first person to tell me because he sent you the information of who got cast and my name was on it. And then you said, wait, looks like you did.
Yes.
Because yes. And I saw that and I was like, yay!
Yay, perfect.
I made it.
Yes, we got very little details.
Yes, very
on
little.
What to wear. So there were some texts back and forth, a little bit of anxiety about what are we supposed to wear.
Yeah.
You ended up texting him.
I did. And I said, I mean, is this casual, like jeans and a cute top, or are we talking slacks and a blouse? And one of the guys emailed back and was like, oh, I think the first one. And I'm like, okay,
Great.
Not perfect. Not a lot of help. But
And he sent the colors of the credit union,
Yeah.
which were like neon green.
and
turquoise.
gray and turquoise. Yeah, it was a bit questionable.
Yes.
Luckily, though, I did find that shirt in my closet that ended up
Yes.
being like almost exact, like bluish turquoise. And it's the only one shirt I have that is that color. And I was like, you know what? This matches. It worked out great.
And that was perfect.
Yeah.
I wore a white cotton long camp shirt with jeans, and I kept thinking, well, this is what an older woman would wear. So.
Well, you looked perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so the day of the shoot, since we know Juniper so well, she's very comfortable with us. And Christy's such a cool mom because she wanted Juniper to have this experience with us, like outside of
Yes.
mom being present, which I thought was good. It's like she needs experiences with other adults, not just mom always being around.
Totally.
So even though she wanted to be there and said she had FOMO, she was really cool. And so I picked Juniper up and we went down and I gave us a lot of extra time. So we got there early and Juniper looked precious. She had on this cute little romper. Now she did have an extra outfit in her bag, but the whole thing was like, we got to keep her clean all day. And Christy very specifically was like, okay, we got to keep her clean.
And I mean, like all 10-year-olds, she can be a spiller, I'm sure. I mean,
Sure.
even I could be a spiller. Like,
Yeah.
I was anxious about myself keeping
and if
clean.
she's excited and kind of careless and so we get down there a little early and both of us are really hungry and we're like, we need some breakfast. And there is a Chick-fil-A. It was the original Dwarf House. It's in Hapeville, which is basically Atlanta. And it's a huge dwarf house. I mean, I was shocked and it was super cool. But when we go in and Juniper wants little hash browns, I'm thinking, oh, ketchup. Oh. And her little romper was so cute because it was like the light blue with white.
Yeah.
Like it was not black and, we can hide ketchup. Like that was not going to happen. She was so precious because, she also wanted a little coffee. Yes. And I was like,
Okay, I'll be cool.
Right. I was like, well, okay. But I had her eating over the table. Like, I need you to bend over the table and eat this like barely. And
Yes.
and here are 3 napkins. Like, do not touch your clothes. And she didn't. And it was great.
And it was great. She stayed clean the entire day.
She did. But here's the thing. So when we got there and she was clean after breakfast and we had already done some shooting, I thought, well, we've got to keep her clean through lunch because we can't now suddenly change her outfit.
Right.
Because we've already been in this one outfit. I feel like I was even more nervous at lunch.
Yeah, the stakes were higher.
Yeah, exactly. So
I got lost on the way there because it's a brand new building and the address they sent was not exactly the address. But then I realized my mistake. I find it. I send Amanda the pin and we connect. So I'm now with Juniper and Amanda. We come inside and Christy had said that Juniper was going to wear her hair in 2 French braids. And I told Christy, look, I also know how to French braid.
because thank God, because I do not.
And Juniper's grandmother was going to French braid. But Juniper shows up and her hair's not braided. And so I said, Juniper, did you want me to braid your hair or are we going to wear it down? She's like, oh no, we need you to braid it. So I'm French braiding her hair. The one side wasn't exactly perfect, so we redid that after lunch. But I did the best I could.
You did a great job.
It's been
they
a
look
long
great.
time since
well,
I've
also,
French
they're not
braided.
doing B-roll of the back of her head.
True.
So
that was, yes, so true. So we get her hair braided and we're now ready for action. The producer tells us we're going to film in different groups. So basically the groups were what they cast, but they ended up calling Amanda and Juniper Mama and Kid, but it came out super fast and they're from Alabama. So it ended up being Mama Kid. So that was the nickname
all day.
Amanda
It was
and
like,
Juniper.
okay, we need Mama Kid up next.
Yeah, Mama Kid, come outside, pretend like you're walking in.
Yes.
I thought a couple of cool things were they kept waiting for the sun to come back through the clouds.
Yes, to
For the
make sure that the
lighting.
lighting was good.
That was really clever. And my daughter is in college for video and film production. So getting able to see this side of it,
Yeah.
and this is the side that she participates in, that was super fun for me. They also misunderstood my name, we hope.
They
because
did.
They kept calling me Nana.
And I thought, are they calling her Nana, like grandma, like Nana?
I'm the old lady.
Right, because she's in air quotes the old lady. And so after like the third time I heard that, I remember looking at the guy and I said, her name is Amanda. And luckily you could tell that he wasn't calling you Nana for the grandma reason. He was calling you Nana because he really thought that's what your name was.
Yes.
And he felt so bad. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. But I was glad because I'm like, she is not a Nana.
We kept saying like Mama Kid and Nana,
Yeah.
but I'm Amanda. So let's just go with that.
Right. So when we broke for lunch, I thought it was so funny that Juniper wanted to go to McDonald's, but you didn't like McDonald's, so you wanted Wendy's.
Yes.
But one of the things that I think, I even told Chris later that night, I was like, Amanda cracks me up because you said, yeah, well, we'll just go through the Wendy's drive-thru. I'll get Wendy's, and then we can go to McDonald's. So you get your Wendy's bag and drink, and we go into McDonald's and sit down in McDonald's to eat, and you're just eating Wendy's.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I have zero problem because it's not like you weren't also going to eat there.
Oh, true. Yes, true. I mean, Juniper and I both did have McDonald's,
Yes.
but I thought it was so funny. I'm like, yeah, okay. Now, even better, though, is the wild goose chase that we went on for this McDonald's and Wendy's because the McDonald's was on the other side of the train tracks, but there was this fence up, and so you couldn't get over the train tracks. So we end up going a way that we thought was going to get us to McDonald's.
We get on the highway.
Right. We end up on the highway, and then it gets us to a McDonald's. But I'm like, well, this isn't the McDonald's that's next to the Wendy's. And if we go ahead and eat here, we really need to get to the Wendy's first to be able to do our plan. So then we find a Wendy's, but it's not the Wendy's that's next to the original McDonald's.
No.
And so I think we spend 25 minutes driving around town for the McDonald's that ends up not being the right McDonald's, for the Wendy's that's not the right Wendy's. But finally, I think we just ended up, whatever Wendy's it was, you got your drive-through, and then we went to McDonald's.
Yes.
And again, I am looking at Juniper like, okay, because she got nuggets and sauce.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, we better just eat those nuggets over, like you are looking out of a bowl. Like, just eat it over the plate, you know?
And I thought it was so sweet because I was ready to abandon the Wendy's plan. And I kept telling you, it's fine, we'll just go to McDonald's. You're like, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
And I loved that about you because you were like, you don't want McDonald's. We will find this Wendy's.
Yes, we are going to find Wendy's.
We are going to go to Wendy's.
Because I don't know if that's just like I don't know. It's just the way I grew up or something. Like, I just want people to be happy. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. You want the Wendy's? We're getting the Wendy's.
I mean, you were determined, and I loved that because I do try to be cool. I have learned that from my husband. He's very cool about stuff like that. He's like, I will figure it out. I never want to be a problem. But you were like, nope. We know you don't love McDonald's.
Right. So, which I also thought, you were even willing to go. You're like, yeah, I'll just grab some Wendy's. So I'm like, well, okay, well, you're being so chill about it. We're getting the Wendy's. You are not eating McDonald's. If I even have to convince Juniper we're eating Wendy's, like, we are not going to have you eat McDonald's.
And as we're driving around, Juniper's seeing all these like fancy restaurants. She's like, oh, we could go there. And we're like, we're not doing that, sweet girl.
We're not. We're eating McDonald's or Wendy's.
And when we were in the McDonald's and we're trying to keep Juniper clean, I tucked a little napkin under her shirt, and she looks at me like a wounded bird.
Yeah,
she was like, I can't do this. And I'm like, okay, just be super careful.
Yes, but it was so cute. You did that, and she looked at you like, no,
we're not doing it. I don't want a bib.
You know, and I knew that was going to happen because I tried to do that morning at Chick-fil-A, and she said, I don't like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Well,
she is so good about
she is
explaining her own boundaries.
Yep. And I said, okay, we won't do that, but I need you to eat over the table. So anyway, that was really cute. We kept her clean, so that was great. I was very, very happy about that.
We get back, and Juniper asked if I can rebraid her one side, which I totally agreed. It was starting to come loose. She wanted me to rebraid both, and I was like, I just think this one side will be done good. Yeah. So we get it braided, and we cannot find the ponytail holder. And I'm the one looking for it. Juniper's like, you had it last.
And then I'm on the ground looking underneath the couch because I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, if like, where is this ponytail holder?
We are looking everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking between the cushion. I'm looking underneath the couch.
Disassembling furniture.
Yes.
I had brought a ponytail holder because I brought Francesca. I wasn't sure if they were going to want me to wear my fake ponytail. So
just so that our listeners know, in case they hadn't heard previously.
Yes, Francesca is my fake ponytail, my faux po.
Yes.
So I brought a faux po. I brought a ponytail holder, but Juniper had light blue ponytail holders, and mine was black. So, of course, I just put it in her hair real quick while we continue this hunt.
Right. We've got to find this blue
And Juniper
ponytail.
kept saying, you had it last. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I mean, you're 10, and I'm pretty sure you had it. And so we are still looking, and Amanda and I are kind of farther away. And she looks over, and she's like, Amanda, it's on your wrist. I had it the whole time.
And I just think it's so funny that Juniper was like, yeah. I mean, I told you. Like you didn't want to believe me, the 10-year-old?
I didn't. Right. And I admitted it.
Yeah. And she's like, well, I told you. Yes. You had it last, lady.
My gosh, that was so cute.
Yeah, that was fun. And she was so cute because towards the end, she said, I don't want the day to end. We should do something after this.
Yes, she loved hanging out.
She was so precious. And while we didn't get to do anything after that, we did sing our hearts out all the way home because we were in traffic for quite a while. So we were just singing all the way back to the house.
I love it. Talk about when we were filming, you guys had to walk in and they wanted you to talk about something exciting.
Yes, I was going to say that. So, they've got to make you've got to look like you're happy. Here I am with my daughter. We're holding hands, skipping across, walking into the credit union. I mean, what could be more exciting than that?
Exactly.
But because they wanted us to look happy, out of nowhere, I said, hey, have you ever been to Disney World? Do you want to go to Disney World? Have you been on a Disney World cruise? And she lit up like, yes, I want to go to Disney World. And I said, and then you could go to the Magic Kingdom and you could have lunch with the princesses. And so it was just this pure, raw emotion of joy. So she didn't look fake or forced at all. And it was so cute.
Yes. Oh, I loved it. And even just small things that stuck out to me. As we're filming, I also had to walk into the credit union by myself, but we had to ask specific things like, okay, do you want my purse on my left side or my right side? And he's like, well, just pretend that you're getting your card out. So I had to make sure, to unzip smoothly and also grab the door. Just things that I don't think about because I'm not an actress.
Right. And then at one point, they wanted us to use a card, like you're tapping it onto the ATM. And because oddly, the ATM did work. I mean, none of us had that card, but it worked. He pulls out a Target gift card from his wallet and says, just use this. And it looked like he's had that Target gift card in his wallet for like 6 years. And I flipped it over and the little silver thing had not been scratched off yet. Gosh. So I looked at him, I said, hey, by the way, after this, you might want to go to Target and use this gift card. It was like, I'm like, why? I mean, why do you have this in your wallet?
Oh, that is so funny.
So it was a fun day.
Yeah, one of the shots that they did was a super close-up of me signing documents.
Yes, me too.
And I loved how you said, well, it's a good thing your nails are done.
Yes.
And I noticed my ring was kind of twisted, and I thought, oh, you should have caught that, buddy, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
fine.
that's real life.
Yeah, it is real life.
Yeah.
But I am glad that we keep our nails done.
Yes.
I mean,
we're
because
ready at a moment's notice.
If you need us to shoot B-roll, we're ready.
I also thought it was funny. There was another woman who was a pretend teller. So the credit union had a lot of their executives playing tellers.
Which I thought was really fun.
I loved that about them. One of them was named Amanda. And so, of course, I have to tell her about our podcast. So everyone's listening.
Yeah.
They're getting their phones out. They're downloading it, finding it. So that was super
It was
fun.
really cool to know that we're there for B-roll, and at the end, everyone's downloading our podcast.
That's right.
So that's great.
All in all, we had such a fun experience. I'm so glad you and Juniper got to join me because at
Same.
first I was super nervous about not getting picked.
I'm so glad they finally was like, okay, she's good enough. All right, we didn't get any other submissions, so we'll let her in.
Oh, so all in all, it was definitely a fun day.
Yeah, and I think for sure it was worth us, losing more money than what we actually made that day, just in gas.
100%.